Hello and welcome to Spectrum Sphere, your window to a diverse world of discovery. Today we delve into a defining historical moment, the Battle of Waterloo, Napoleon's final stand. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on this in-depth journey through one of history's most pivotal battles. Let's embark on this storied venture together. As we unfold the pages of history, join us at Spectrum Sphere to explore the tumultuous events of the Battle of Waterloo, where ambition and strategy clashed dramatically. We're diving into an epic confrontation that forever altered the course of European history. Stay with us as we uncover the story of Napoleon's last stand. Before we delve into the fray at Waterloo, it's crucial to understand the man behind the legend. Napoleon Bonaparte rose from Corsican obscurity to become the Emperor of France, his meteoric ascent marked by revolutionary zeal and military genius. His reforms and conquests reshaped Europe, setting the stage for his ultimate battle. Napoleon's path to eminence was as swift as it was remarkable. Beginning as an artillery officer, his military prowess during the French Revolution quickly catapulted him to the forefront. After a string of victorious campaigns, he crowned himself emperor, effectively altering the political landscape of France and Europe at large. Following a triumphant coup d'état, Napoleon Bonaparte transformed France into an empire with himself at its helm. His thirst for expansion led to conflicts across the continent, resulting in the sprawling French Empire that dominated Europe. This relentless push for enlargement set the stage for widespread unrest and eventual opposition. By 1815, Europe had grown weary of Napoleon's ambitions. In response, the Seventh Coalition was formed, uniting the major powers of Britain, Prussia, Austria, and Russia. With a common goal to definitively end Napoleon's rule, they rallied together, setting the stage for one of history's greatest confrontations at Waterloo. Waterloo held immense strategic importance. It lay just south of Brussels, a crucial crossroads in Europe. Its capture could potentially force the British out of the continent and re-establish French dominance. For the Allies, it represented a bastion to halt Napoleon and decisively end his reign. The stakes were monumental. Napoleon's forces, known as the Armée du Nord, consisted of seasoned veterans and eager conscripts, totaling about 73,000 troops. Commanded by the emperor himself, renowned for his military genius, the army was a formidable mix of infantry, cavalry, and artillery units, poised under the leadership of his trusted marshals. Facing Napoleon was the Duke of Wellington, a respected and battle-hardened commander. He led a coalition army of British, Dutch, Belgian, and German soldiers, approximately 68,000 strong. Despite varying levels of experience and training among his troops, Wellington's leadership was a unifying force, ready to confront the challenge ahead. The battlefield at Waterloo was a mix of open fields and dense forests, with key strategic points like the Hougoumont and La Haye-Sainte farmhouses. Rolling hills provided vantage positions, while a ridge gave Wellington's forces a defensive advantage. It was poised to be a tactical chessboard for the two armies. As the battle unfolded, the Prussian army, commanded by the tenacious Field Marshal Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher, approached from the northeast. Committed to the defeat of Napoleon, Blücher's forces had marched ardently to join Wellington, aiming to apply crucial pressure on the French flank and tip the scales in the coalition's favor. Both commanders had a distinct approach to the impending clash. Napoleon intended to split the coalition forces, using his skilled artillery to weaken enemy lines. Meanwhile, Wellington prepared for a defensive battle, positioning his troops along a ridge to utilize the terrain. Coordination with Blücher's Prussian army was also crucial for their strategy. As dawn broke on June 18, 1815, the stage was set for a confrontation that would shape European history. Tension filled the air as the opposing armies, poised for the conflict, stared each other down amidst the rolling fields of Waterloo, ready to engage in a battle for the ages. As the battle commenced, the sound of cannon fire thundered across the battlefield. Early skirmishes erupted as both sides exchanged volleys of artillery, attempting to weaken the opposing lines. Generals tested each other's mettle, each seeking to gain the upper hand through tactically placed cannonades amidst the smoke and chaos. Now, we turn our focus to the crucial clash at Hougoumont, a large farmhouse that became a fortress under fire. Wellington's infantry advanced, their lines moving with deadly intent towards this key defensive position. A savage contest unfolded as French troops fiercely attempted to seize Hougoumont, key to controlling the battlefield. Moving from Hougoumont, the battle's intensity also engulfed La Haye-Sainte, another vital farmhouse stronghold. Held by Allied troops, this position faced relentless assault by the French. As muskets cracked and cannons roared, the defenders of La Haye-Sainte fought desperately, knowing that the farmhouse's fall could spell disaster for Wellington's line. As the battle waged on, the weather became a formidable force in its own right. Heavy rainfall the night before had turned the ground to a muddy quagmire, slowing movement and complicating maneuvers for both sides. This mire particularly hindered Napoleon's heavy cavalry and artillery, impacting the French attack plan significantly. The thunderous charge of the cavalry was a sight to behold. Both sides employed their mounted troops in a series of charges that were as psychologically daunting as they were physically destructive. The relentless pounding of hooves shattered formations and morale alike, inflicting heavy casualties and sowing chaos through the ranks. As the battle raged on, Napoleon deployed his elite Imperial Guard. These battle-hardened veterans were the pride of the French army, embodying the emperor's last hope for victory. With unwavering resolve, they marched into the fray, their presence boosting French morale and intensifying the conflict at the heart of Waterloo. Just as Napoleon's forces seemed poised to clinch victory, the tide turned. On the horizon, a fresh force appeared, the Prussian reinforcements. Led by the tenacious Marshal Blucher, these new troops marched onto the battlefield, reigniting the coalition's resolve and signaling a critical shift in the Battle of Waterloo. The French Middle Guard, a backbone of Napoleon's army, faced relentless pressure. Despite their fierce resistance, they were eventually overwhelmed by the relentless Allied assault. This pivotal moment marked the unraveling of French control as the once impregnable Guard crumbled, paving the way for a decisive coalition victory. Even the legendary French Old Guard, the elite veterans of Napoleon's forces, couldn't turn the tide. In their famed final stand, they fought with unwavering courage amidst the chaos. Yet outnumbered and outflanked, the Guard's valiant resistance met its end, signaling the inevitable downfall of Napoleon's army at Waterloo. Sensing a weakening in the French lines, Wellington ordered a decisive push. The British cavalry, with thunderous hooves and gleaming sabers, charged through the fray. This bold offensive pierced the heart of Napoleon's faltering army, cutting through units in disarray and further tilting the battle in the coalition's favor. With the Prussian forces closing in and the British standing firm, the morale of Napoleon's troops plummeted. The relentless coalition onslaught proved too much. French soldiers, once part of a formidable war machine, now found themselves in a chaotic retreat. Napoleon's last stand had crumbled, signaling the battle's bitter end. As the gun smoke cleared, the grim aftermath of Waterloo emerged. The battlefield was strewn with around 47,000 casualties. Many were taken prisoner. This crushing defeat spelled the end of Napoleon's rule and reshaped the political landscape of Europe, leading to the Congress of Vienna and a reshuffling of territorial powers. In the wake of defeat, Napoleon Bonaparte was compelled to abdicate the throne for the second time. The once formidable emperor was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he would spend the final years of his life far removed from the empire he built. The Battle of Waterloo marked a crucial turning point, redrawing the geopolitical map of Europe and heralding a period of relative peace known as the Concert of Europe. Napoleon's defeat ended French dominance, leading to the rise of the British Empire and influencing the course of European politics for decades. Reflecting on the military strategies, Waterloo serves as a lesson in the dynamics of war. Napoleon's bold maneuvers were met by the coalition's steadfast defense and the unforeseen arrival of Prussian forces. Tactical errors, like delayed attacks and underestimating the enemy, ultimately sealed the fate of the French army at Waterloo. Today, the Waterloo battlefield stands as a poignant site of remembrance. Preserved as a historical destination, visitors can walk the grounds where Europe's fate was decided. Monuments pepper the landscape, honoring those who fell. This hallowed ground continues to educate and remind us of the profound cost of war. Archaeologists work meticulously to uncover relics from the epic showdown, giving us a tangible link to the past. Through their efforts, we gain deeper insights into the soldiers' experiences, as well as the weaponry and tactics deployed. Each artifact helps preserve the saga of Waterloo for future generations to study and reflect upon. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey with Spectrum Sphere. If you enjoyed delving into the Battle of Waterloo, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Your engagement helps us keep bringing diverse discoveries to light.